वृन्दस्य कृपया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुर्वे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा। So, Ghanshyam Prabhu already started the fourth chapter last week. We'll just do a quick intro again with all of you, just as a revision, and then we'll dive into the new verses this week. So, I have not heard the recording as yet, to be honest. Did Prabhuji covered the chapter name introduction? Yes, Prabhu, you can help me.
Yes, Prabhu. Like he briefed about the chapter first, and then he started till he covered till text 6.
Okay, taxi. So, okay, you all know why this chapter 4 is known as transcendental knowledge. Anyone can tell me? So, this is the name Prabhupada has given, chapter 4, transcendental knowledge. Anyone can help why this is the name of this chapter? Open the Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I can see you. Can you hear me, Upendra Prabhu? Probably not. Okay. Anyone else?
Prabhu,
Anand Prabhu.
tra-
Yes, go ahead, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, transcendental knowledge is why the name is because it's hidden in the last shloka where Krishna was talking about the thus knowing oneself to be transcendental to material senses. O mighty Arjuna, one should steady the mind by deliberate spiritual intelligence. And Krishna has explained, Prabhupada ji has explained in this chapter that Krishna was talking about specifically about how to use mind and intelligence towards towards the goal or towards the war, how Arjun gonna win. And that's why Arjun got confused in that this chapter, and it gonna close that Krishna one time you're talking about that I should work towards the war. Like here, even on the summary screen, it says that the lust covers the knowledge, binds ignorance binds us. So Krishna said, don't worry. In third, I talked about lust and how lust take over everything. And then Krishna gonna start this chapter by explaining it very easily how this transcendental knowledge will help us. So that's what I
Prabhuji.
understood, Prabhu.
Very nice. Yeah, very nice. As Prabhuji rightly said, in the beginning itself, the lust covers knowledge and ignorance binds us. So anyone remembers the verse where Krishna is explaining about lust covers our knowledge? You can have a look, that's fine. I think I've got on the screen. So this Arjun's question, if everyone remembers, Arjuna Vachatkin Projektam Papam Charit Prashani Bhashni Balad Eva Niyojita. This was a question of Arjun, and then Krishna responded in 337 onwards. And then in 339, it says, Abratam Jnanam Etena Jnanino Nityavarina. So it's talking about the Etena Jnanino Nityavarina. So our Jnan, the Jiva's Jnan, is covered Abratam by this lust. So 339, he talked about this Jnan. Thus, wise living entities, pure consciousness becomes covered by by his eternal enemy in the form of lust. So this is Jnanino Nityavarina. And then the next verse, 340, also he talks about Jnana. It says, Indriyani mano buddhir asya adhishthana muchyate etar vimoha yatyashe jnanam avratya dehinam. So again talking about jnana is covered. So you can see successive verses 39, 340, 341. Again he says, jnana vijnana nashanam. So jnana is extremely important. So the next chapter, as Giriraj Prabhu was just saying, Krishna is going to explain what is this jnana, what's the glory of this jnana. Now, if you come back to this MIHG guide, so there are 5 sections in this chapter. So first is the transcendental knowledge about Krishna. So Krishna is going to talk about himself, his knowledge about himself, who he is, and what he has done in the past, what's the parampara, he has given this knowledge to someone else, the knowledge was lost, and all those things. And then he will talk about Krishna is the goal of all paths and he is the creator of Varnashram. So these 5 verses are also very, very important. Then we'll talk about the Karma Yoga, very interesting section, because this is the Karma Yoga section for 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. And then all the sacrifices leading to transcendental knowledge, how the sacrifice in our life should lead to transcendental knowledge. And then finally, summary of the transcendental knowledge or the glories of the transcendental knowledge. So if you know this transcendental knowledge, what will happen, what you will gain, and if you don't have faith in this knowledge, what will happen. So Krishna will very beautifully explain about all these things. Now before we get inside, so this is chapter 4. How many verses are there? Anyone remembers? How many verses chapter 3 had? Okay, let's start from 1. Amrit Prabhu.
43.
This is chapter 4 or 3, Salim Prabhu? Sorry, you're on mute.
Chapter 3, it has
Chapter 3,
43.
43. So 3 and 4, you can say they're very, very similar. So 42 verses are there in chapter 4. Chapter 1, anyone? Just a side information. 1.
46,
So, Garima Mataji, please say again.
46 in first, and second has 72, third
Third,
has
43,
43,
43, and
and
fourth is 42.
42.
Ram Santosh, number 5. You haven't read it, but yeah, it's good to know this. Number 5 is the shortest chapter in the first section, 29.
Is it 29?
Hare Krishna. And number 6 again is 47. So you can remember just side information. Now, chapter 4 is any chapter which is like 40 verses plus is considered a big chapter, a very, very important chapter. So again, very, very important chapter. And in Sanskrit, actually, is known. So third chapter, Sanskrit name is anyone? Very easy question. Third chapter, Sanskrit name.
Karma Yoga.
Thank you, Prabhu. It was a very difficult question. Prabhupada called it Karma Yoga. Very, very simple. So Sanskrit and English names are same. Chapter 5 is known as Karma Sannyas Yoga. And we'll talk about what does that chapter name mean. Now, chapter 4 in Sanskrit is known as Gyan Karma Sannyas Yoga. So again, the Gyan word is coming, and Prabhupada has translated that in English as transcendental knowledge, because it is all about knowledge. So it says Gyan Karma Sannyas Yoga. And chapter 5, Jnana will come out. It will just remain Karma Sannyas Yoga. So Karma Yoga, Gyan Karma Sannyas Yoga, and then Karma Sannyas Yoga. Karma mein sannyas. Sannyas in karma. We'll talk about it when we reach there. Anyway, so this is the chapter 4. Now let's start from number 1, just a quick one. Okay, we'll talk about it later. Do I have number 1 here? Yeah. So 4.1. Anyone knows this verse by heart? If you know, read it quickly.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, please.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavan Avyayam Vivasvan Manave Praha Manu Ikshvakave Bravit.
Thank you, Mata. So what does it mean? Can you tell me in 1 or 2 lines?
Yes. in this, like Krishna is telling how this Bhagavad Gita is reaching us, ultimately how it is following the disciplic succession and reaching to us. Like Bhagavad Gita is mentioned here, imperishable science of yoga, like
Yeah.
which is eternal, which cannot be like removed, or like there is no end of it.
Mm-hmm. So what does word imam mean? Sorry, just the very first word.
This imperishable science of yoga, like
Thank you. Yeah. So imam yogam, you can say imam
yes,
yogam. So this science, this transcendental knowledge was given first to Vivaswate. Who's Vivaswate?
a sun god, like
Sun god. His name is Vivaswan.
Vivaswan.
So he is a son of Vaivaswat Manu. So he's a very important personality in Brahma Samhita. Sun god is considered as one of the eyes of Krishna. Sabita is also the sun's name. So Imam Vyasate Yogam Proktavahan Aham Avyayam. What does Aham mean? Aham?
Aham.
Me. So Krishna is speaking this to sun god. Vivaswan Manve Praha. Vivaswan, he spoke with Manu.
Manu.
Vivaswan Manve Praha. So Vivaswan spoke to Manu.
Manu.
Manur Ikshvakave Abravit. So Manu spoke with
His son, King Ikshvaku.
Ikshvaku is the Suryavanshis. So this is how the Suryavanshi Lord Ram appeared in Suryavansha. So this is the whole sort of series Krishna is giving in the very first verse. And Arjun will obviously ask a question soon. So even as they go on, Prokta So originally Gita is how old? There's a number given by Prabhupada. Okay.
5.
So 5,000 years ago, Mataji, it was re-spoken. So when it was spoken to a sun god, Prabhupada has given the number here. Just going to find that one out. Current Manu calculation. Gita was spoken 120 million years ago. So this was the first Gita spoken. Someone asked a question to Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj. I was listening to a lecture. Is this the same Gita Krishna spoke to Vivaswan and same Gita to Arjun? Anyone knows the answer?
Yes.
Yes, Anand Krishna Prabhu is saying yes. So basically 700 verses he spoke with sun god, 700 verses to Arjuna. Is it right?
No, I think it was
The
10,000
Gyan was the
shlokas.
same, but it could be different format.
Yes, because here we have Arjuna Vacha, Sanjaya Vacha, Dhritarashtra Vacha. There was no Sanjaya, no Dhritarashtra, no Arjuna. So it must have been Surya God Vacha, Vivaswan Vacha. So the principle remains exactly same, but obviously the dialogues may be a little different. The questions may be a little different, but the knowledge, the principle was exactly same. Garima Mataji, sorry, you were saying something?
I was saying that you were telling before that it was 10,000 shlokas in Gita ji.
10,000 shlokas. Okay, I'm not aware of that, Mata.
Over, Prabhuji, in the last lecture, you were telling over the time it reduced to 700 because.
We were talking about Bhagavatam, I guess, Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know the number, how many verses Krishna spoke to Vivaswan.
Okay.
But Bhagavatam, yes. So Bhagavatam, in Devloka, Indraloka, the Bhagavatam is different. In Shivloka, the Bhagavatam is different. So yes, Bhagavatam number is definitely given and heard. I have not heard how many verses Krishna spoke to Vivaswan in terms of Gita.
Okay.
Okay, so Gita is actually pretty old. Gita is not just the first time spoken 5,000 years ago. Gita is very, very old. It was re-spoken 5,000 years ago. Okay, let's go to verse 2. Evam parampara. Everyone knows these verses, right? So I'm not going to repeat this. Evam parampara praptamim rajarshriyo vidu. So what's the important word here? In the first, okay, let's take the first line first. Everyone knows this.
Parampara.
Parampara. Keshav Prabhu, what does parampara mean?
Lineage.
Lineage. Vansh parampara. We talk about Vansh parampara. Hum Brahman hai. We are Brahmans.
Here we talk about the Guru Parampara, how our
Rajputra.
knowledge is go back to Krishna at the end.
Yeah. So here, which parampara we are talking about?
Definitely.
Siksha parampara. Siksha parampara. Siksha parampara means where the siksha is coming from. Not like if my son is born in my family, he gets the same surname. That's also a parampara. But the main parampara is not the Janma parampara. It's about siksha. So when we get siksha from a spiritual master, for example, diksha, we get siksha also we get. That is the main parampara we are following. In many time, you will not see Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu having a yajna. So Without the yajna, the parampara was followed, and they are the bona fide disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, obviously. But nowadays, yajna has become very, very prominent, and sometimes Siksha has taken a second seat. Sometimes we get a new name after initiation and become very happy. Now I'm Brahman, now I'm initiated, I'm Das or Dasi. People are after the new name, but not the new lifestyle. What is more important, new name or lifestyle? After Diksha, for example, initiation, what is more important? I got a new name. My name is Shyam Sundar Das. Your name is, oh, not so important. My name is very important. Once someone went to Prabhupada and said, he didn't like his name, whatever his initiated name was. So Prabhupada said, your name, the first name, whatever the name was, is not so important. The important word in your name is Das. Das or Dasi, huh? That's the most important. First few words are Krishna's name or Krishna's devotee's name, which is very nice. But the most important word for us is Das. So we have to become Das. It says becoming, um, a- getting the initiation is very, very easy, but becoming a disciple is very, very difficult. So our goal should not be just to get initiated, which should be the goal as well, but our goal is to become a good disciple. And for that sake, Prabhupada is our ultimate guru. He is giving all the siksha, and all the other spiritual masters are presenting Prabhupada and making that knowledge given by Prabhupada in a more accessible way to us. So, evam parampara. Parampara is very, very important. And if they say, if you are out of the parampara, you may be a big siddha, and there are many, many big siddhas in India these days. Very nice, but you cannot go back to Godhead because Krishna himself has started this parampara. How many bona fide sampradayas are there? Everyone knows that.
Oh,
Four. So it says, if you are not in one of these bona fide sampradayas and you are chanting some mantra, mantra will not give you uchit phala. The fruits of the mantra will not come. Obviously, someone can make some spiritual advancement by uttering the name of Krishna or Ram or Govind. So definitely they'll make some special advancement, but not so much so that they can go back to Godhead. Eventually, they have to join in one of these bona fide sampradayas. Evam parampara praptam, evam rajarshiyo vidu. Second line, what's the most important word? Rajarshi. What does Rajarshi mean? Anyone?
Saintly kings.
Sorry? What does Prabhupada write? Saintly kings. So Raja and Rishi, they are two words. Raja is the one, it says, who's a controller of the outer world, and Rishi is the controller of the inner world. Usually they are two opposites. Generally, Raja is Raja and Rishi is Rishi. Raja, king, is doing his kingly duties. But in our Vedic culture, our kings were Raj Rishis. They were saintly kings. They were not just Raja, just controlling the outer world. They could control the inner world. Any examples anyone can give from Srimad Bhagavatam? That one king was a
Yudhishthira
Raj.
Maharaj.
Yudhishthir Maharaj, can you elaborate why he was a Raj Rishi, not just a Raja?
He was not ruling for sensual gratification and just to enjoy as a king. He was a very religious as well as a righteous king in terms of dharma. He was very learned also in terms of religious principles.
Yep.
Ambarish Maharaj as well.
Amrish Maharaj. Yep. So there are many, many kings because they were ruling. Krishna Prabhu was talking about Yudhishthir Maharaj. He said after the war, it says 64 crore soldiers got killed in the Mahabharat war, and there were widows. So you can imagine 64 crore widows at least, and their daughters. So Yudhishthir Maharaj literally looked after them like their own mother and their own daughter, his own daughters. So these was the Raja. You can approach the Raja for anything, anytime. And it says, Raj Dharma is more than, family dharma. Nowadays, it's only about family dharma. Once I become Raja, my son-in-law, my grandson and great-grandson, and my all the cousins, you'll see all the whole Mantri Mandal filled with their own parivar. But it was not the case with those people. Lord Ram, just to establish the Raj Dharma very nicely, had to leave Mother Sita as well at one stage because his Raj Dharma was more important. Now, there are multiple reasons for that instance, but the point is they are Raj Rishis. They are not just the king of outer worlds, they're also the king of inner worlds. And it says the person who is not attached to the position should be given the position. nowadays what happens, persons are sitting in the position because they are so much attached to the position and the power which comes to with that position. But that's not appropriate king. Appropriate king, like Priyavrat Maharaj, if you know from Srimad Bhagavatam, never wanted to become king. Brahmaji coming and trying to convince him. Narad Muni, his own guru, is saying, okay, no, you can become the king. Prahlad, did he want to become king? No, Narsinghdev said, you become the king. Dhruv Maharaj, he didn't want to become king. But he was given the kingdom for seva. So it's not only about talking about Raja, it's talking about leaders as well. So if you are a leader in your own way, in your own family, in your own community, in your own Bhakti Raksha Sangha, you should be a Raj Rishi. You should be a Rishi more than the Raja. Nowadays, more Raja and practically no Rishi. That sort of leader is not a good leader. A leader should always be very self-controlled. The qualities of leaders are given actually Srimad Bhagavatam first chapter, first canto, first chapter. Beautiful qualities are given. 9 qualities are given. So you should be actually a rishi. Hare Krishna. So Imam Raja Rishi, Sakale Nehmata Yogo Nashta Parantapa. So what do we learn from these 2 lines? The last 2 lines. Sakale Nehmata. So what has happened? Kale Nehe. In due course of time, due course of Kala, Yogo Nashta. That yoga, Imam Yogam, given in the first verse, Yogo Nashta. That yoga was Nashta. Now, when Krishna is speaking this shloka, 5,000 years ago in Mahabharata time, when the Vedic culture was so much prevailed, imagine now, Krishna will not even have a word for Nashta, Mahanashta, Nashta to the power of 100 or 1,000. Isn't it, Amrit Prabhu? Krishna even that time felt that science is lost. While everyone was following the Vedic, even Duryodhan was wearing the dhoti and chadar. He was still doing pranam to his father. So nowadays, what would you say? Huh? So this science keep getting lost. But Prabhupada said the science was appears to be lost. Huh? So science was not completely lost. Obviously, there were so many saintly people that time as well. But it appears to be lost. So Krishna is feeling the need of re-giving the same knowledge in a mass of people in public, and Arjun is that nimitta. Okay, now 4.3. Now Krishna will explain why I'm giving this knowledge to you. Sa eva yammayate yoga prakta puratana bhaktos me sakha cheti rahasyadhi etad uttamam. Why Krishna is giving knowledge to Arjuna? Acharya Nishtha Prabhu.
Because he's a devotee and a friend.
Okay, so two qualities Krishna is mentioning. You should be a devotee and a friend. So if you want to understand Bhagavad Gita, what are the 2 qualities you need? Bhaktosime and Sakha Cheti. Now Sakha here refers to you should have a positive attitude towards Krishna and his devotees and in the Guru Parampara. If you don't have that attitude, you cannot learn. You may cram Bhagavad Gita, that's all right. Many people can cram Bhagavad Gita, but you cannot understand the subtlety of Bhagavad Gita. You can understand, you can get the gyan, but not the vigyan, not the realization of that. So, bhakto sime sakha cheti rahasya etat uttamam. Now, my question to all of you is, why Krishna did not choose Yudhishthir for this knowledge? Or Bhima, for example. They are also great devotees. Yudhishthir is Dharmraj. Huh? So, Arjun is the son of Indra, but Yudhishthir is the son of Dharmraj. So, isn't it Yudhishthir should have been chosen for this knowledge? For example, anyone? Any ideas?
Because Arjun was his friend.
Arjun was his friend. Yudhishthir was not his friend.
He was, but there was some level of respect also and everything. But
Okay.
Arjun treated Krishna as his equal.
Sakha, yep, that's a good point. Okay, more. I want to listen more. What are your ideas? Why not Yudhishthir? Sanjay Vyas Prabhuji.
Is it probably because Arjun was very widely respected by everyone, and so
So is Yudhishthir. So is Yudhishthir. You know, Duryodhan, just one instance on that, what Prabhuji just said. When the Chirharan was happening, the Draupadi Chirharan was going on towards the end, all the drama happened, and eventually Duryodhan just said to Draupadi, if you just say your husband, Yudhishthir, has done some adharma, I will release you and everyone. Even Duryodhan said that. If you just say Yudhishthir has done adharma, Draupadi did not say that. Any other, lady could have easily made one sentence, huh? Yes, and you can see, Yudhishthir was the cause, apparently. He was the cause of the whole destruction at that moment. Draupadi did not say, my husband is adharmic. Duryodhan respected not Yudhishthir's words, even Draupadi's word. If you can say once, Yudhishthir has done adharma in this situation, Draupadi did not say. She said, no, I'll take care of it. And Draupadi did take care of it. There's a whole description in Mahabharata. Anyway, Yudhishthir was very well respected, actually. Many times, in that sense, dharma, more than Arjun. But good point, Prabhuji, good point.
If I could have another go, Prabhu, is it because to demonstrate that someone as skilled as Arjun, someone as talented as Arjun could also experience challenges, and so if such a person can have challenges, then it is relevant for everyone.
Good point, Prabhu. But just on that, my counter argument is Yudhishthira also had challenges after Mahabharat war. Arjun had challenges pre-Mahabharat, Yudhishthira had post-Mahabharat. Maybe the whole chapter in Bhagavatam. But very valid points. One more go. Anyone else? Ayush Prabhu, our scholarly Prabhuji.
Sorry, Prabhu, I was driving all this time.
No problem. No, please be safe if you are driving.
You can ask the question. I'm stopped now. Could you repeat the question, Prabhu, kindly?
Okay. Why Krishna chose Arjun to give the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, not Yudhishthira or Bhima? So they're also in itself great devotees.
Because Arjun was a very dear, intimate friend of Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. We heard that argument from someone else. Someone else said Krishna Vallabha Mata. She raised the hand.
Prabhu, maybe because he was very, he did not have much pride, Prabhu, he was completely surrendered. He showed that to Krishna that, despite being so strong, he was still very open to him and surrendered to ask him about his confusion.
Okay. Can I give an argument, counter argument on that? Yudhishthira never had pride, actually. Have you heard any instance in Mahabharata Yudhishthira had pride? Except one small, tiny instance, which I don't want to discuss today, but Yudhishthira actually was very prideless person. He's a son of Dharmaraj. He had never done a dharma. Like even the gambling match, it is established by Acharya he was not doing dharma. Now there's a lesson to be taken from Yudhishthira Maharaj, obviously, for all of us jivas, but yeah. Okay, Ananda Krishna Prabhu.
I believe because the relationship between Krishna and Bhima as well as Yudhishthira Maharaj was more of awe and reverence compared to what it was with Arjuna.
Yeah, similar, Sakha point. Okay, so Priya Mataji, you had your hand earlier?
Yes, Prabhu, I just wanted to say because Arjuna surrendered and he accepted Krishna as a spiritual master.
Okay, good point. Now, Acharya Nisa Prabhu, you have written something. It has disappeared from the screen. Can you please repeat?
Oh, Prabhuji,
it's hard for me to read.
That's cheating because I googled it. So
I googled. No, don't Google. Don't Google. Google can be very dangerous sometimes.
Yes.
Okay, can I give it? Okay, Shashank Prabhu once, and then we'll get the conclusion. Otherwise, yeah, Shashank Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
I think if it was Yudhishthira Maharaj or Bhim, they would have just done what Krishna had told. But Arjuna actually argues with Krishna at first,
Sorry, Prabhu, I didn't get that point.
Right. I think Arjuna, he was a friend, and he
His friend, yeah.
he argued with Krishna at first.
We already got those points. Okay. Let's conclude this point based on our Acharya's commentary. So, if you look at Yudhishthir's background, although he's a Kshatriya, but within Kshatriya, he's a Brahman. Isn't it? Everyone agrees with that? Throughout his life, Yudhishthira is very, very forgiving. He's very close to saintly people. He always wants to hear Katha and he doesn't want to do anything to me. Actually, he's a Brahman Kshatriya. So within Kshatriya, he is a Brahman blood. And if you go to Bhima, he's other way. He's Kshatriya. He's Kshatriya cube. He's very aggressive, actually. And we see instances of that as well. Bhima presenting his anger, sometimes verbally and sometimes in his actions. So it says Yudhishthira Maharaj was sort of passive. In Kshatriya Dharma I'm talking about. And Bhima was very aggressive. Arjun was assertive. Assertive means where he has to show passiveness, he will show his passiveness. And where he has to show his anger, he will show his anger. When was Arjun, one example I want to know, when he showed his passiveness. Although he's a Kshatriya, he's allowed to do that, but he showed his passiveness. One example, there can be multiple.
When
From Bhagavatam. Keshav Prabhu.
when they actually captured Karna,
Captured karna, okay.
While they were in when they went to jungle, and I think
Oh, captured Duryodhan, not
Duryodhan.
Karna.
yeah, Duryodhan, not Karna.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Karna
Duryodhan.
ran away. Yeah. In Kame
Yep.
But Arjun did not show his passiveness. He fought with
Yudhishthira.
Gandharvas. No, I'm saying
He
Arjun
could.
he showed his passiveness. That's the question. Yudhishthira's passiveness, so many examples. Arjun's passiveness. When Urvashi proposed,
Nice.
get the NRI card of Sargloka, Arjun said, no, my values are higher. Huh? I'm a Manav. She said, oh, you're a Manav in Sargloka. But he said, I still remain Manav. The Manav rules still apply on me. So that's passiveness, right? Big proposal. Kshatriyas are allowed. In those, even Arjun had multiple wives. So Arjun was completely like, okay. Arjun would have been okay. But Arjun said no. And Arjun showed his extreme anger. And again, one example you can say. One example, there are many more.
When he went after Jayadratha.
Jayadratha, thank you. I was thinking the same example, right? Huh? But Arjun was assertive. So where he has to show his passiveness, he will show his passiveness. And where he has to show his anger, he will show his anger. He was assertive. So Acharya has explained that's why Arjun particularly was chosen to be given this knowledge. And other arguments which you say Sakha, definitely valid. Krishna himself is writing that Sakha. And there's no one reference. They're Sakha, they're remembering. They're together a lot. So Arjun was very, very suitable candidate to receive the knowledge. So what do we get from Arjun's perspective? We should also be assertive. Devotee is never non-violent. Prabhupada said non-violence is nonsense. So where we have to be non-violence, we are non-violent. But where we have to be violent, we will become violent like Arjuna. Where we have to speak, we speak. Where we don't have to speak, we don't speak. So sometimes we become moni, sometimes we defend our acharyas, our devotee, our philosophy. And other time we are mon. So we have to become like Arjun. When you are like Arjun, knowledge can penetrate in our heart. That's the message. Okay? And it's a rahasya. Otherwise, it's a secret. Rahasya means secret. So again, it's an open secret. Open secret means anyone can access this website and read it. But will you really get it? Not sure. Unless you become like Arjun or follow in the footsteps of Arjun. Okay, Arjun Vacha. What's the question of Arjun? Can I ask anyone here who has not spoken as yet? Meera Mata. Hare Krishna. What's the question of Arjun? Just a one-liner. Hare Krishna, Meera Mataji, can you hear me? Okay, probably not. Who has not? Priya Mata. What is the question of Arjun? In your own words, you can say. You're on mute, Mataji. Yeah.
So Arjuna said, if sun god is senior to Krishna, then how can Arjuna understand that Krishna have said it to him when he hasn't been even born?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a valid question?
Yeah, it is.
Valid question.
It is a valid question.
Why this question is being put in Bhagavad Gita? What do we learn? What's the crux for us? Because we need to take it. Okay, someone else. Sulekha Mataji, why this question is being placed here?
Because this question is asked for us because we won't be able to understand that Krishna was way before than the sun god was there, and he is the originator of everything. Because, thinking of, based on our mindset, he already asked this question so that in future we understand.
Exactly. Thank you, Mataji. So it's not Arjun has a doubt. What Krishna just spoke in last 2-3 verses is not valid. No, Arjun is asking this question for jivas like us. So he wants to actually establish the position of Krishna through the mouth of Krishna, so that yes, he is the Aham Sarvasya Prabhu Matta Sarvam Pratate. He has given this knowledge to Goswan. So Arjun actually doesn't have doubt. Arjun is asking doubts from the mindset of living entity. So aparam bhavato janparam janmista. Your janma is with me. You are my sakha. Arjun and Krishna is in this material world, the same age. But how come you gave this knowledge to Goswan who is millions of years old? So Arjun is asking that question. Second thing, what's the lesson from this? So if you read Prabhupada translation, I just want to cover it quickly. The sun god Goswan is senior by birth to you. How I am to understand that in the beginning you instructed the science to him? Now, when you ask question, there is two things in the question. This is the science of how to ask the question Arjun is teaching us. So one is the content of the question, one is the mood of the question. Content of the question. If you have some doubts in your mind, you go to your teacher, you go to your father, mother. My dear father, I don't understand it. Even Krishna went to Nanda Maharaj when he was doing Indra Puja, preparing for the Indra Puja. My dear father, what are you doing? So asking question, is it okay in our sampradaya or no? Yes, asking questions
Yes.
are welcome actually. Prabhupada said, I don't want blind followers. I want intelligent followers. Because blind followers will follow one pantha today, another pantha tomorrow. So we should be intelligent. So asking question is not a problem. But how to ask the question, the mood of asking the question should be not challenging question. I want to challenge the teacher. I want to test his knowledge. Because whoever is teaching, whoever is glorifying Krishna, is also presenting that in the bhava of servantship. Actually, he is presenting as much he understands, as much he has heard from his seniors. So how to ask the question is very, very important. So how Arjuna is asking, how I am to understand? He is not saying, "Are, you think I'm a stupid person? You gave this knowledge to sun God? What do you think I am?" We will start going on those lines. But Arjuna is saying, how I am to understand. So whenever you ask a question, if you really have a question, you should have this mood. So not only the content is important, but the mood is extremely important. In Bhagavad Gita, in the same chapter, actually, we'll read 434. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevya. So the way you ask question, pariprashnena is okay. Asking questions is okay, but how do you ask question? In the seva bhav, in the submissive mood, not in the challenging mood. If you ask question in the challenging mood, which many people do in this day and age, that's why they don't understand anything. So our mood should be very submissive, and Arjun is again giving us the guidelines. Okay. Now, Krishna is explaining the answer to Arjuna's question. What is the answer? Bahuni me vyatinani janmani tabcha Arjun tanyam ved sarvani natvam ved parantapa. Who can summarize this one or two lines? Anyone? Rajesh Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
He is all-knowing, omniscience.
Okay. Can you pick up some Sanskrit words? I like that. Pick up some Sanskrit words. You don't have to translate every single one, but yeah, pick up the Sanskrit and then explain. So this is the way we should nurture reading these verses. Bahuni mein. You understand Hindi? बहुत सारे. Vyatitani means past. And many births, janmani, are past. Tab charjun. So yours and mine's many births are past. Tanyaham veda sarvani. Tani aham. Tani means those births. Aham means me. Veda, to know. Sarvani, I know them all. Natvam veta parantapa. But parantapa, O chastiser of the enemy. Natvam, but you don't know. So I know all my previous births, but you don't know. Is it right? It's a Hindi verse actually. So simple. If you read it, you can just translate yourself. Not every word we will know, but yeah, we should have some idea when we are reading the verse, at least some of the words. So Aditya Prabhu, how would you translate this verse in a simple English or Hindi? Doesn't matter.
So Prabhu, Krishna
Read the
knows.
Sanskrit words. Read
Okay.
some Sanskrit words and try to translate it.
So
This is the word. Yeah.
Sri Bhagavan said, Bahuni
So
is
Uvacha refers to Arjuna
speech.
Uvacha, Gopya Uvacha, Gopya Uchuhu. Uchuhu means multiple people are speaking. Rishya Uchuhu. When there's so many rishis, then Uchuhu. Otherwise Uvacha. Singular sense. Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Yes, Prabhu. So Bahuni refers to, okay. So Bahuni is like refers to the multiple
Yeah.
of like
Many
of the
sare,
stuff.
you can say.
बहुत
Bahut
सारे,
sare. Hindi.
And then
Yeah.
and then
Vyatinani. Vyatinani.
yeah. And
व्यतीत
then
करना.
व्यतीत कर
हिंदी में कहते हैं, I don't know whether you guys know, आपका समय कैसा व्यतीत हुआ?
अच्छा.
How did you pass your time basically? Anyway, so व्यतीतानि,
past
past.
past, and then
Yes.
Janmani refers to births.
Thank you.
Janam in
Yeah.
that, and then so of the many births that
So
the
now
person.
me refers to mine, which is not me, Krishna, and tava refers to Arjuna. Right? Tav Arjuna. So mine and yours, many bahuni janmani have been passed. Right? That's the first line. That's a fact. Now that fact is extended in the second line. What's the second line? Tani aham. If you read English or Hindi, whatever, tani, those janmas. Aham. Aham means
Me.
Veda,
Veda is the knowledge.
knowledge. Thank you. Sarvani.
Sarvani is all.
Thank you. Na.
And then na means not. Yeah.
Tvam.
And then tvam is you, and then veda
Vetha.
is
Vetha and Veda, same word actually.
vid.
Right? Root
Yeah.
is same. Parantapa.
And then parantapa, chastiser of enemies.
Thank you. So now you can say Prabhuji in one line, in your
So
way.
okay, so of the many births that I have, I'm speaking from Krishna's perspective.
Yeah.
From the many births that I have undergone, I can remember them, but you, the subdue of the enemy, you, the chastiser of enemy, cannot, because you have taken birth several times as a jiva.
Thank you. So what are the two personalities here? There's a God and there's a Jiva. So Arjun is representing a Jiva. Krishna obviously is God. So God knows everything. Tanyaham Veda Sarvani, but Jiva doesn't. So here Krishna's Janma does not refers to like our Janma. We also have Janma, Krishna also have Janma, but Krishna's Janma is Divya Janma. So it's called manifestations of Krishna, different incarnations of Krishna. When they appear, Krishna knows them all. Krishna knows them all. But anyone of you remember his past birth? Anyone? Any astrologers or whatever you want to call it? No. So it is given by Krishna himself. We don't remember our past birth. Now there are multiple reasons behind that, but the point is Jivas don't remember, but Krishna remembers everything, and there's a huge difference. The Jiva and God, just one reason, cannot be one. Cannot be one. God here is saying, I know everyone. Krishna was 6 days old, he could kill Pitana. Anyone have seen a 6 days old baby? Anyone has a 6 days old baby? I don't think so. How tiny he or she would be, huh? Only like 2.5 kilo baby, very, very tiny. And this baby is killing an 18-kilometer tall Putana. When she fell down, she destroyed the jungles, Kansa's garden, which was extended in 18 kilometers. Her body was so huge, so huge. And Krishna was just playing on her body. This is God. Anyway, so Krishna remembers everything, we don't. And Prabhupada quotes many incarnations, Advaitam Achyutam Anadi Anantarupam Adyam Puran Purusham Tavyavnam Cha. Vedeshu Durlabham Adurlabham Atma Bhakto Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So huge difference between Jiva and God that you can say is a crux. Yes, Kesha Prabhu.
Just remember why actually Krishna actually knows everything. Last class, Ghanshyam Prabhu was telling three things, if I remember correctly. So he mentioned about the three qualities of the God here.
Yeah.
So he's omnipotent, he is omniscient, and he's omnipresent. So omnipresent, that's where what he refers here is omnipresence. Not only at this particular time, Kalantara and Kalanta. So he is there. That's why he knows everything.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. He is omni. He deserves the word omni, because he is present in every desh, kala, and patra. Thank you, Prabhuji. That's nice. Now, verse 6. Verse 6, Krishna will explain what's the relation. So, did he do verse 6, Prabhu, last time? Or no? Or we are going
I
to
think
do-
he touched upon, but we're definitely running out of time, but definitely touched upon this.
Okay, he touched upon, but not. Okay, let's read this verse and we'll do it. Who wants to read? Who hasn't read as yet? Anyone? Srinivas Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Srinivas Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Okay. I think some people cannot hear me. Some people can. Anyway, we'll go to the next one. Who's next? Garima Mata.
Hanji Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Ajo api sana avyatma bhutanam ishvaro api san prakritim swam adhisthaya sambhavayam atma mayaya. Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all living entities, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form.
Thank you, Mataji. So I'll just go 4.5. So 4.5, what is the important word? Why Krishna says, I remember everything. Tanyaham Veda Sarvani. I know everything. Why he knows everything, that's been expanded in verse 4.6. What are the special qualities of Krishna by which he knows everything but the jiva doesn't? So what are the three qualities given in this particular verse? Who can say? Whatever you remember, right or wrong, that doesn't matter. We are just learning. Nandini Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
I'm assuming Ghanshyam Prabhu has touched upon. That's why I'm asking. If you don't know, that's also okay.
Could you repeat the question?
My question is, what are the three qualities of Krishna mentioned in this particular verse, which makes him Tanyam Veda Sarvani? He says, I do not forget anything, right? I know everything. So what are the three qualities Krishna is giving in this verse about himself?
So it says Aja, which is unborn.
Thank you.
It says it
Avyayatma.
also says without deterioration.
Yes.
And it also says Praktrim, the transcendental form.
Okay. Wait, Mataji. So let's go to the second line. Bhuta Nam Ishvaro Pisan. This is the third one. So Aja, as Mataji said, it's unborn. Ja means Janma. Aja, one who never takes birth. What about you and me? Yes, Prabhu. Are we Aja? Okay, I'll ask Sridhar Srinivas Prabhu. Now he's back online. Sridhar Srinivas Prabhu, we are Aja or no? Are you Aja?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You are Aja. Oh, really? Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, are you Aja? No. How can there be two different answers? Meera Mata, are you Aja? No.
The
Okay.
soul is unborn.
I want everyone's attention. And Prabhu knows the answer, but yeah, I'm just having a laugh here. So, Sridhar
I may
Srinivas
be
Prabhu.
I may be Ajay as well, Prabhu, but
No, maybe. Yes or no. There is no
no,
option C. Yes, yes or no. You
definitely
are
no.
Aja or no, or not Aja?
Definitely no, Ajay.
Definitely no Aja. Okay. Giriraj Prabhu, are you Aja? Krishna is saying he is Aja, so that's quite clear. My question is, are you Aja? Giriraj Prabhu.
No.
No. Sarupri Mataji, what's happening there? Okay, Anand Krishna Prabhu, go for it. Acharya Mishra
To
Prabhu has
differentiate between we are jiva, so we are born here unlike the Lord. The Lord is taking avatar. We are not. We are born in this material world. So that's the differentiation between us and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That he is unborn. He just takes avatar. He is not born like us into ignorance. The Lord knows everything. His body, as he mentions himself, is transcendental and never deteriorates. So he remains Krishna all the time, in the same Krishna.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. So just to summarize what Anand Krishna Prabhu said, and maybe a little extension here. So when we're saying, are you Aja? So you have to answer in such a way that my body is not Aja, my soul is. So because we are two, right? We have a gross body and we are the soul. So our soul is Aja, yes or no? Everyone will agree that. Soul is Aja, right? Soul is also unborn, like Krishna. But the body, Giriraj Prabhu, is Ja. So janma hai and mrityu hai. Jata se hi dhruva mrityu dhruvam janma mrityu sacha. So body will definitely die. Body has taken birth, but soul, from soul's perspective, we are Aja. From body's perspective, we are not. Acharya Nishtha Prabhu, thank you for that. So soul and body, that's different. But in Krishna's case, is his soul and body different? Krishna is completely Sachidanand Sarup. So he does not have a differentiation. Like us, his body and soul is different. His body and soul is one. So he is Aja. When we say he is Aja, and when we say we, now there has to be two options here. Body and soul. So from soul's perspective, we are also Aja. Right? We agree with that? We are Brahma. And he is Parabrahma. So Aja. Abhyayatma, Krishna is saying, I do not deteriorate. Salan Prabhu, are you Abhyayatma?
Sorry, Prabhu, I do not mean
Okay, that's all right. My question is, Krishna is saying, I am means Krishna, not me. I am Aja, I am Abhyaya. Abhyaya means no vyaya. Vyaya means kharch karna, to spend. So I do not get deteriorated. My question is Silent Prabhu is also Avyatma?
no, Prabhu.
No, okay. Prasun Prabhu, are you Avyatma?
No, Prabhu.
No? Okay, I have to go. Is there a next page? Sorry, I'll just go.
Yeah, it's the same question as previous one, Prabhu.
Same question as previous one, but it's still,
Same
I think
answer.
they are not in the class. That's why I'm trying to wake them up.
Oh, sorry.
It's the
Very
same answer, same question. It's still people are confused. From soul's perspective, yes. From body's perspective, no. So Anand Krishna Prabhu was just trying to wake everyone. That's all. So both are same. Now look at the third quality. This is a very special one. Bhutanam Ishwaro Pisan. So Krishna is saying the third quality. Krishna is saying, I am Ishvara of all the bhutas. Any one of you are Bhutanam Ishwaro Pisan? Ayush Prabhu, are you? Now don't give me the same answer as in the past. Ayush Prabhu, do
No,
you
bro.
have the third quality what Krishna is saying?
No, bro.
First two qualities do you have, Prabhu?
Yes, we do have.
Yes. First two qualities we have. Third quality, no one can claim. Only one person can claim that. Who is that? Krishna.
No.
We are not even Ishwar of our own bhuta. When we have a stomach pain, we go to the doctor. Kya ho gaya hai pet mein? I'm having so much stomach pain. I mean, a headache or back pain or whatever. You go to the doctor and doctor also fools you. He does MRI, this, that, and he doesn't know anything. So we are not Ishvara of anyone. Okay, in one sense, we are also Ishvara, very little Ishvara, but he is the Bhutanam. Bhutanam refers to all the Bhutas. He is the controller. Ishvara means he is the controller of all the Bhutas. Can we claim that title? We can't. First two we can claim from soul's perspective. So there is a similarity and there is a dissimilarity. So Krishna is Aja, soul's perspective, we are also Aja. Krishna is Abhaya, we are also Abhaya, soul's perspective. Bhutanam Ishwar, soul or body, nowhere you can say that. Are you controller of anyone? Yes, Prabhu? You are controller of anyone? Yes, Prabhu is very, very humble. He will always say no. Yes, Prabhu, are you controller of anyone? That's my question. Say.
Nothing.
No?
No.
You cannot control your hand. Show me your hand. Can you lift your hand? At least for now. Yes, you can. So you can control. So we're all Ishvara, but we are not the Ishvara of all the Bhutas. It's in certain degree we can control certain things. In certain time we may be able to control certain people, but not Bhutanam Ishvara Pisan. So Krishna has this special quality which makes him God, supreme personality of Godhead. Prakritim Swam Adhisthaya. What does this mean? So Prakriti refers to Prakriti or nature. Swam. So Swam refers to Aham, me. Krishna is saying, I am always, Adhisthaya refers to sannyas, samyak yas. So situation, situated, that is adhishthan. There's a word called adhishthan as well, adhisthaya. So I am always situated in swamp, in my prakriti. Or can we say this? Anyone can say we are situated in our prakriti? Anyone here situated in their original prakriti? That means you are pure devotee. Now maybe some of you are. I cannot certainly make that claim. So Krishna is saying, I am always situated in my prakriti. Because we are conditioned soul, most of us are. Some of you are pure devotees. We are in a conditioned state. So in the conditioned state, we are not in our prakriti. When we go to a restaurant in India, in a hotel, there's a AC room. What does AC means, Amrit Prabhu? What is
Air
AC?
conditioned.
Air conditioned. And now in a prakriti, you are all soul conditioned. Soul is conditioned. What does conditioned soul mean? Can anyone say? Ayush Prabhu? What does conditioned soul mean? We talk about it a lot.
So basically, like based on the modes of nature, you take up false identification, and the soul falsely identifies with the body.
Yep. And soul thinks, I need these situations to be happy, except Krishna. I need money, I need power, I need a big house or a bungalow, I need 5 cars, I need $3 million and all those things. And soul thinks, because I don't have that or those things or those people, I am miserable. So that's called soul is conditioned. Air is conditioned in the car to be 16 degree, for example, although the outside temperature may be 46 degree. Your car temperature is 16 degree. So you have conditioned the air. So soul is conditioned. But the natural temperature of the air is 46 degree. So natural condition of the soul is to serve Krishna, Jiva, Sarupa, Krishna, Nityadas. But soul thinks, I need X, Y, and Z, as Aish Prabhu said, based on the modes of material nature. That soul identify himself with something else which it should not identify with. That's why it's called false ego. But Krishna is saying Prakritim Swam Adhisthaya. And with that Prakriti, with that Swam Prakriti, with my own Prakriti, transcendental Prakriti, what do? Sambhavami Atma Mayaya. I incarnate myself. Sambhavami. Sambhavami refers to Srajan. Here it refers to manifestation. So Krishna says, Sambhavami, I manifest through what? Atma Mayaya. So I appear, Atma, you can say the internal energy of Krishna. I appear through my internal energy. Anyone appeared in this material world with their internal energy? You chose your parents. Krishna chose his parents. Darshan is going to be my father. Kaushalya is going to be mother. Devaki, Vasudev, Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maya. Anyone else here chose their parents? Anyone? No? Really? No, no one has Atma here. But people claim to be God. I am Kalki Avatar. Acha. You'll find at least 1000 Kalki Avatar right now in India. Right now. And there may be more. I am not aware of it. The current number, you can Google it. They claim I am God. My Guru Maharaj was telling, he was just in a park somewhere in some country outside India. And he was sitting on a bench chanting a japa or something. Anyway, Indian gentleman came, sat next to him, and they were just having a little conversation. So this Indian gentleman said to my Guru Maharaj, he said, I'm God. And Guru Maharaj, when he heard this sentence, he said, oh, really? I didn't know that you're God. So if you're God, can you make me one favor? That tree in front of us is very, very tall, stopping the sunlight. Can you make that tree small? And he said, oh, what are you talking about? Huh? He said, you cannot even make this one tree small and you are claiming to be God. Huh? So in India, I know millions of people, and outside as well, millions of people think I'm God. Huh? But they don't know what the definition of God is. And Prabhupada said in one of the classes, he said, why people believe they are God? Because they don't know who God is. They don't know who God is. If they know who Narendra Modi is, then they will not claim I'm Narendra Modi. Simple example. So you need to know Narendra Modi to be not able to claim that I'm Narendra Modi. There are certain qualifications of that personality. So people don't know. The education is lost. So Krishna, when he comes Adhisthaya, he is always in Swam Prakriti, in his transcendental manifestation. He does not come like us, who are just born in a family crying. When Krishna comes to Devaki, in which form he appears, everyone knows. He's Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. He is having a Vishnu form. He's a baby Vishnu coming in front of Devaki and was there. He's talking about 3 previous births of Devaki and was there. When we come, what happens? We are crying, our mother is crying, doctors are crying, so many things are happening wrong. Anyway, this is Krishna, Atmaya, he comes by his internal energy. Okay, let's go to the next one. It's a very nice purport, Prabhupada. I hope you're all reading it nicely. 4.7, now I don't need to say everyone know this verse. Please read, one of you who hasn't read as yet.
Yada yada hi dharmasya ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभियुक्तानाम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजनात्महम्.
Translation, Prabhuji.
Whenever and whatever there is a decline in the religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself.
Thank you, Prabhu. I'll just open 4.6 as well. Now, 4.6. What does 4.6 explains in principle? Who can say? The qualities of Krishna, you can say, the first 2 lines, right? So 3 qualities of Krishna mentioned in here. And then he says, I come, I manifest myself. So Prabhupada writes, I still appear in every millennium. 4.6 explains. And 4.7 explains, why does he appear? So he says, I appear, but why does he appear? That's been explained here. Now, let's read this verse in a very high level and then we'll go a little deeper. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sajamyam. There's 2 words here. You can say dharma and adharma. Right, you can say. This verse is based on dharma and adharma. So what Krishna is saying, yada dharmasya glanir. Now, what does dharmasya glanir mean? We have to understand it very nicely. So first thing is, in this material world, there's always been dharma and adharma. Some people will follow dharma, some people will follow adharma. Now, some people who follows dharma can also follow adharma sometime. And some people who follow adharma can also follow dharma sometime. How does this switch happen? Radhanath Maharaj explains very nicely. Every jiva has two dogs inside. Sorry, we all have it. One is a good dog, Maharaj says that. One is a bad dog. Huh? So when sometimes good dog is barking louder than the bad dog, that person exhibits good qualities. And when the bad dog is barking higher, what happens? The same person can present bad part of it. Huh? So we can be very divine while we are sitting in the Zoom class, Bhakti Sastri class, and after 9:15 p.m., maybe, just maybe, we can become, the other one. Huh? So it happens, all of us. So it's not like there's one particular person, one particular community like that. It happens within us as well. So it happens on a universal level, it happens on the national level, and we know in national level, the nationality which we come from, there's so many nice neighboring countries around us. They follow different set of opinions. Anyway, so but it happens on the individual level. There's always a dharma and adharma. Now, what do you mean by dharma? Now, many times when we look for the translation in English dictionary, they don't give us enough knowledge. Sanskrit is a quite deep language. Here, the word does not just have one meaning. Words can have multiple meanings based on the context. Now, here, just to give one example that how words can have multiple meanings, in this particular verse, the word dharma is used and is saying dharma glanir. When dharma glanir happened, I come. What is 1866? Garima Mataji? 1866. Every single person knows when he enters into ISKCON, he knows the first verse.
Sarvadharma Pratyaj. I don't know.
Sarva dharmanu parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja. So just take the first line. What Krishna is saying, Sarva dharmanu parityaja. So in 4.7 he is saying, I come to establish dharma. And in 1866, the same Krishna, within like 30 minutes, he goes to the 18th chapter and he says, give up all the dharma. So how do we understand? You come to establish dharma and now you are saying, give up the dharma. So what does it mean? Dharma has multiple meanings. There are multiple types of dharma, and based on the context, we have to take the meaning. If we take the meaning without the context, then we'll may have a wrong meaning actually. So how many types of dharmas are there? Who can say? Prasoon Prabhu, how many types of dharmas are there? Okay. Preeti Mataji, I can see beautiful Gopinath photo behind you. Please tell me, how many types of dharma are there?
There are two types of dharma,
Okay,
Prabhu.
Mata.
Swadharma.
Swadharma, okay. If you don't know, that's absolutely okay. What does Swadharma mean, Mataji?
I think Swadharma is like doing our like prescribed duty.
You have prescribed, that's very good. Anything else, Mata?
And the other one is Sanatan Dharma.
Sanatan Dharma, thank you, Mataji. What is Sanatan Dharma? You're right.
A spiritual Dharma, like yeah.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Mata. You have said it very well. So one is Mata, you said Swadharma, one is called Sanatan Dharma. We can also call it, there are multiple names. Sanatan Dharma, also known as Paradharma, also known as Bhagavad Dharma, Jiva Dharma, whatever you want to call it. And Swadharma, also sometimes known as Aparadharma or Deha Dharma. So whatever words you want to call it, that's fine. So there are two types of main classification, we can say. There are more. Anyway, so one is Paradharma, which belongs to the soul. That Paradharma, Prabhupada writes, Dharma is the constitutional position of that entity that can never be changed. Our Dharma keeps changing. For example, I think someone has written Varnashram Dharma. That also keeps changing. Brahmans, in Brahman also, Prabhuji, Acharya Sabru, there will be like a brahmachari, grahastha. A Brahman can go through all these four ashramas. Vanaprastha, sannyas. So in each ashrama, his duties will be different. Now, sannyasi's duties will be different than the grahastha duties. So you cannot match it up. But the Sanatan Dharma, the soul's Dharma, can never change. But the Apara Dharma, which is their Dharma, so someone is in male body, someone is in female body, someone is in Indian body, Australian body, this body and that body, every body will have a different dharma. And within bodies also dharma will keep changing. Sometimes you have parents dharma, sometimes you have spouse dharma, kids dharma, boss dharma. All those things will keep changing. But one thing will never change, the soul's dharma. And Prabhupada gave many times this example of water's dharma is to be liquid, sugar's dharma is to be sweet, fire's dharma is to be give heat and light. You cannot take heat and light out of the fire. If you take it out, then fire is not fire. Sugar has to be sweet. You cannot say this sugar has a lot of chili in it. What are you saying? Sugar has to be sweet. Chili has to have some chili in that. Otherwise, that chili is not a chili. कहते हैं ना, ये मिर्च बेकार है. This mircha has no substance to it because it's supposed to do something. It's not doing that. So jiva also have that thing. Every single jiva. Tree is also a soul, a cheetah, a ant is also a soul, Brahmaji is also a soul, Indra is all these souls have similar dharma. That is called Sanatana Dharma. Now, which dharma we are talking based on these two definitions in this particular context? Acharya Prabhu, you said something.
Paradharma, no?
In this context, Paradharma, Glanir cannot happen, Prabhu. Paradharma is Paradharma.
Oh, sorry. He set up. He came like next one. So yeah.
Even following Aswadharma, Aparadharma, Dehadharma. Okay. People are having difficulty in following the Dehadharma or Aparadharma or Swadharma. Krishna comes here to set up that nicely. Because if they follow Swadharma nicely, then hopefully they will be able to follow Paradharma as well.
Okay.
Because if they don't understand it correctly, the society won't work. Now Krishna, we'll read in 4.13, Krishna has set up this Varnashram system completely. Now why Krishna has set up the Varnashram system completely? Because through Varnashram system, different souls get treated differently. A Brahminical soul will have a different inclination, Kshatriya soul will have a different inclination. So all these souls, they're conditioned differently. So if the condition is disease is different, the prescription has to be different as well, isn't it? So different prescriptions are given to different conditions soul, and the hope is through those varnashram system, through those reformatory exercises, soul will get to the paradharma very nicely, and then that soul can go back to Godhead. So that's the point. Now, when we talk about 1866, which dharma we are talking? Sarv dharman parteja. We're talking which dharma we are talking? Aparadharma. So all the Deha dharma, like gopis quit the Deha dharma, right? When the gopis quit the Deha dharma, they said, no problem. Gopis are respected for that. So we have to understand the meaning of word dharma at different contexts. So Krishna saying, Yada ida dharma se glani bhavati bharata. What I do, abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatman. When adharma is on rise, dharma is on decline, I come, tadatmanam sajami. I come and correct the system accordingly. Okay, so whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious principles, O descendant of Bharata, I predominant and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend. So this verse is talking about when Krishna appears. Now, I was reading the purport of Prabhupada. I'll reread to all of you. The word Sajami is significant here. Sajami usually means creation. Sajami cannot be used in the sense of creation because according to the previous verse, there is no creation of Lord's body or Lord's form or body, since all the forms are eternally existent. Therefore, Sajami means that the Lord manifests himself as he is. So Sajami word also has to be translated correctly here. So Sajami does not mean Lord create himself, because whatever incarnation Lord takes, Lord Ram comes, Narsingadev comes, Varaha comes, they're all eternally situated. That's why we call it avatar. What does avatar means? One who descends. Lal Govind Prabhu was giving an example. He was in India, some airport, and he heard some flight, I don't know, Jet Airways. Jet Airways, बम्बई से दिल्ली जाने वाली जेट एयरवेज अपने निर्धारित समय 1:15 पर अवतरित हो रही है. अवतरित मीन्स अवतार. So this is a very correct translation. Incarnation doesn't make sense actually. What does karna means? Flesh. So one who comes in flesh. Now Krishna does not come in flesh, but English many times doesn't have the appropriate words actually. So those words are used, but avatar is the correct word. Now can we take avatar? Dharma Mata? We live in a 10th floor, we come down to the ground floor. I have taken avatar. Is it Does it work, Mata? No. Why? Why we cannot take avatar? Only Krishna can take avatar.
Because we are made up of flesh.
We are in karna. Krishna is not in karna. Okay, what else? What else? We are not eternally situated on 10th floor. And by the time we come from 10th floor to the ground floor, we are already changed. Krishna is not changed. Krishna is eternally situated in his forms. He has a Saket Dham. Lord Ram, Mother Sita is always present in the Saket Dham. The same Lord Ram appears. Same Krishna from Golok Dham appears. There's nothing new there. But we are all constantly changing. Even when we joined this class, I was younger. I'm not sure about you. I was younger. I was 100 minutes younger when I joined the class. Now I'm 100 minutes old within this class. I'm changed. Millions of my body cells have been changed actually while I'm sitting and speaking. So there's a huge difference. Now, Prabhupada has given. Please keep reading these purports. Due to the lack of time, we can't read every single line, but it is so nice. Srinivas Prabhuji.
Prabhu, for Swadharma, can we also say in this way, like Swadharma is on our own duties, and at the same time, everyone can have their duties are changing accordingly. When I be with my Guru Maharaj, I have the dharma of my as a disciple dharma.
Yes.
When I be with my father, it's my duty as a son.
Yes.
So with my son, I become like a father.
Yes.
The dharma is according to the situation and according to whom we are with.
Absolutely, Prabhu. And
That is going to be changed.
Yes, Prabhuji. And that's why
we have multiple dharmas. With the multiple
under Swadharma, all these things are categorized.
All things will
as a father,
categorize.
as a son, as a brother, all these things are categorized under Swadharma. And they are valid. We are supposed to do that. If you have, kids, you cannot say, okay, I'm just a sannyasi. So you have to, if you have brought those souls in your family, you have to look after them, or you have to make proper, appropriate arrangements for them. You cannot say, okay, now I am, unless you become qualified for that. So that's why the Swadharma will keep changing. But they say Swadharma should be aligned with Paradharma. So you're not just a father, you're a spiritual father. You're not just a son, you're a spiritual son. You're not just a worker, basically. You're spiritually working. So you're working for your family. You're working for a house which is Krishna's house. This is Krishna's family. And that's how we align. And that's why I say it's not like sannyasi is higher from that perspective, from a grihastha. A grihastha, if he is following his duties nicely, can be as good as a sannyasi. As good as a sannyasi. You don't have to quit your ashram to become better. Within your own ashram, you can make perfection of your devotion. Within your ashram. And the example given by Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita is Janak Maharaj. In the previous chapter, we heard that. There are many Mahajans, 12 Mahajans. Out of 12 Mahajans, there are 7 are grihasthas. That's why I say it's not the ashram which makes you higher or lower. It's what you do in that ashram that makes you higher or lower. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Nice point. Okay, 4.8. Let's go quickly on this one. Who hasn't read as yet? Ram Santosh Prabhuji, would you like to read? Okay, I think there's an echo, Prabhu. Maybe it's all right. Yeah. Premanand Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Paritranaaya sadhunam vinasaya cha duskritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Srila Prabhupada's translation: to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to reestablish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Now, in this particular verse, Krishna gives 3 reasons of his appearance. So previously he said, I appear in every millennium. When do I appear? When there is a rise in the irreligion. Now, in this particular verse, he is saying 3 parts. What are the 3 parts? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkratam dharma samsthapanarthaya. So because of these 3 reasons, what I do? Sambhavami yuge yuge. I appear millennium after millennium. Yuge yuge. Sambhavami is the I appear or I manifest. So let's analyze these 3 reasons. Now our acharyas have done lot of explanation on these three particular reasons, and you will hear so much on it. Because of lack of time, I'll keep it simple. Paritranaya sadhunam. So one of the reasons for Krishna's appearance, Paritranaya sadhunam, he liked to save devotees. Second reason, Vinashaya Dushkratam, to Duskritana, to the miscreants, Vinashaya, I destroy them. Third reason, he says, Dharma Sansthapanarthaya. So I have to reestablish Dharma, that's why I come. Okay, three reasons. Now let's analyze each one of them independently. Paritranaya Sadhunam. Does he really have to save devotees? Does Krishna have to save devotees personally? Can his representative not save devotees? Tell me. Anyone? Divya Gopika Mataji, Hare Krishna. What are your views, Mataji? Krishna personally have to save his devotees, or his representatives can save devotees as well?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna would like to save his devotees personally because he loves them, and then he wants to have that relationship with his
Yeah.
devotees.
My question is, can he? Does he have to? Yes, I understand your point, Mata. He likes to do that, but does he really have to come to protect his devotees? Or his devotees can also protect other devotees? That's my question.
Devotees can protect other devotees.
Devotees can protect, actually. I'm just talking about the can part. Actually, Krishna himself empower his devotees to do so many amazing things. Example, Arjuna. Krishna empowered Arjuna. Krishna did not raise any weapon in Mahabharata war, right? And he made Arjuna as nimitta to kill so many miscreants. Arjuna alone. In Ramayana also, Hanumanji did so many destructions of the demons alone. Hanumanji alone actually could have killed Ravan as well. Hanuman had full capacity to kill Ravan. But Lord Ram did not do that for. So my point is, Krishna doesn't have to necessarily come and protect devotees. He can empower other devotees to do that, right? So this is not the main reason, right? I'm just analyzing it. As Divya Gopika Mataji said, yes, Krishna likes to do that. That's a separate part. We'll come to that. Vinashaya Chadushkratam. I come to kill miscreants. Now, Krishna have to necessarily come and kill miscreants? Divya Gopika Mata?
No
What's your
need to
views?
come.
Why? Why
He
Lord
can
Ram
empower
came and
anyone
killed
to kill
Ravan?
the devotees.
Huh?
He can empower any devotee to kill.
He can empower devotees
Yeah.
as well. Now, when Ravan is breathing, Krishna can just sit in
Yes,
his
he
nose
can give. Yeah,
and block his air passage, isn't it?
that's right. Yeah.
Krishna can
Because
make
he's
a
sitting in
heart.
the heart. Yeah.
He's sitting in the heart. He can make a heart attack on Hiranyakashipu or Hiranyaksha. Huh? He doesn't have to come and kill it. So that's also not a very, very valid reason. Okay. Dharma sansthapanarthaya, dharma ki sanstapana. He come here to reestablish dharma. Is it true? Krishna has to come personally.
No need.
Any other examples you remember, Mata? Or anyone else? Where someone else have done dharma sanstapana. Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada did dharma sanstapana or no? Huh? Around the whole globe, not in a particular country, not in a particular state or a city. Srila Prabhupada alone shook the whole world. I heard in a class, Hare Krishna became a household word. Is devotees thought, if Prabhupada go with this speed, within 6 months, whole world will become Vaishnav. Prabhupada said, somewhere like that, I can't remember where exactly I heard, but you give me 11 people like me or 7 people like me, next 11 days I'll make whole world Krishna conscious. Prahlad prayed to Narsingadev, Narsingadev, please deliver this one universe. Yes, unlimited universes, but this universe, please. So it says, Prahlad, whichever universe he came in, was delivered by Narsingadev just from the prayers of Prahlad. So Dharma Sanstapana, it says Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came 500 years ago, 1500 years ago. He only comes once in a day of Brahma actually. But Dharma Sanstapana happens actually in every yuga, isn't it? Every yuga, Satyuga has a dharma, Treta Yuga has a dharma. So every yuga has a particular dharma. And Krishna or his manifestation or incarnation or empowered devotees are able to reestablish the dharma. So Krishna doesn't again have to come for any one of these reasons necessarily. Is it clear with everyone? Right? So Krishna can empower his devotees to do paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya duskaram dharma sansthapanatha. But still Krishna is saying, I come. Let's analyze this fact. There is a fourth reason our acharyas explain why Krishna comes personally. Anyone can guess what that fourth reason is?
Prabhuji,
All three are valid. We are not saying they are invalid. They are valid, but they are not the primary reasons. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, the primary reason is to fulfill the longing of a devotee. He wants to see the Lord.
Hare Krishna, and have a loving exchange.
Yes.
Huh? Because you tell a mother who's very, very tired, I'll take your child away for 1 week, you go and happily sleep. Suppose you have a 2-year or 3-year-old baby, suppose 3-year-old baby. Any young mothers here? I don't know. You say, mother, you're very, very tired, I'll take your baby away for 3 weeks. Sarupani Mataji, when Nimai was 3-year-old, would you give Nimai for 1 week just because you're too tired?
I can't. I still can't give him
I
away.
still can't give. Nimai is like 11 or something, huh? So mother is saying very clearly in front of all of you, I can't. Even if she is tired, she is sick, she still loves the baby. Every mother loves the baby, right? The point is, Krishna loves his devotees. So the love is the basis. Krishna cannot live without devotees, and devotees cannot live without Krishna. So they cannot live without each other. The loving bond is so much. Krishna actually looking forward to serve his devotees, and Krishna's devotee look forward to serve him. So this is a loving reciprocation. All these are byproducts. When he comes, he does paritranaya sadhunam. He does vinashaya. So Lord Ram does not necessarily come to kill Ravan. That's not the primary reason. Anyone can kill Ravan. Lord Ram can blink his eyes and he can dry up the whole ocean. He cannot kill one Ravan, one demon, one small demon, not like that. So they're all byproducts. So when we talk about this Bhagavad Gita verse, obviously this is very nice reasons and which are all valid reasons of Krishna. But our Acharya has explained there's more deeper reasons of Krishna's appearance rather than just these 3 reasons. So Lekha Mataji, you had your hand up?
All good, Prabhuji.
All good. Okay, Hare Krishna. So we understand. So all these 3 reasons are not the primary reasons for Krishna's appearance. Yes, Kesha Prabhuji.
Just a thought, Prabhu, on this one.
Yes.
Definitely, Krishna wanted to take care of his devotees, no doubt. But in a different way, I'm thinking. Even the Duracharis, Papi, they are also, though that Durachari Papi is not realizing he is my Parampita, but at the end of the day, those are also the child of the Krishna, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So on that sense, I mean, definitely, I mean, when he's killing or whatever is happening is at the body level only, not at the soul level, but still you will be loving the soul. So
Absolutely.
doesn't that mean that he's still coming for those Duracharis as well?
Thank you. Very nice point. Yeah. So Nectar of Devotion explains your question, Prabhuji, very nicely. Rupa Goswami explains the 64 qualities of Krishna, and one of the qualities out of 64 is Hatari Gati Dayaka. Hatari Gati Dayaka means he gives liberation even to the souls who are against him. Like when Putana was killed by Krishna, what happened to Putana? She was given the motherly position in the spiritual worlds. Now Putana came to take life of Krishna. But she was dressed as mother. Krishna says, oh, you dress as a mother. You've come in Gokul. You have taken shelter in Gokul. You dress like a mother. Let you be my mother. So she got this Dhatrika position in the spiritual world. When Ravan, Hiranyakashipu, all these souls got killed, Shishupal, they got killed. What happened to them? They went back to spiritual world. It says every single soldier who got killed in the battle of Mahabharat went back to Godhead. So it is written in Srimad Bhagavatam and Mahabharata as well. So as you correctly said, Prabhu, he loves everyone. He is the Pita, he is the father of every single jiva. Apparently they may be against him, but still he loves them like a father. If your son goes against you, still you will love your son. So Krishna is the supreme father. So he doesn't hate anyone. But apparently he kills their body for their own benefit because he knows they will take long time to come back to me. So what I will do, Narsingadev not Narsingadev, Varahadev goes to Hiranyaksh and does one slap. Just little slap, not too high slap. And he goes back to his spiritual world. So that's the easy way, right? That's the easy way. Someone was saying, better I also behave like a Ravan and Hiranyakashipu so that Krishna will come and kill me. I'll go back to spiritual world because going in this path is very, very difficult. Every day, Mangalarti, 16 rounds, Nirjala Ekadashis, Gaur Purnima, Janmashtami sounds very difficult. So Maharaj answered actually, if you become Gunda, you have to become Gunda like Ravan. Any less than that, anyone will come and slap you. You will just fall down. So our marg is only bhakti marg actually. So we cannot follow the path of the demons. But Thank you, Keshav Prabhu. Yes, he loves those demons as well because they're also children of the Lord. And all the demons whom Krishna kills goes back to Godhead. Selan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
just a quick
Krishna.
question. As you mentioned, like on this verse, Krishna is mentioning, explaining why he appeared in this material world, and he have given three reasons.
Yes.
But later you explained, our Acharya explained, these three are not the primary reasons for him to descend here, but the main reason is to have, is that he want to have a loving exchange with the devotees. So if that's so, why isn't he mentioning that fourth reason in this verse?
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Salan Prabhu is very intelligent because Bhagavad Gita is Bhagavad Gita. You have to read Bhagavatam for that. So Kunti Maharani explains the fourth reason. I think it's the 35th or 36th verse, 1, 8, 35, 36 verse. Kunti Maharani explains that reasoning. And this verse is connected to that verse. So that's why I say Bhagavatam is the extension. So Prabhupada said Bhagavad Gita is a graduate study and Bhagavatam is a postgraduate study. So Salan Prabhu, you are supposed to do now postgrad study. You've done the graduation study. Not that this is lower or that is higher. Not this doesn't mean that way. It's just more deeper principles are covered with very appropriate examples in Srimad Bhagavatam. All the principles are same in throughout all the books, but the books goes deeper and deeper. And Chaitanya Charitamrita is like a PhD because there's so much more there. So devotional principles are same across all the books, but the depth increases. Does that help, Salan Prabhu?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. One more thing I wanted to mention. Prabhupada is writing there are 6 types of avatars. So let's read that quickly. There are various kinds of avatars. I'm reading Prabhupada purport, the second last paragraph. There are various kinds of avatars such as Purusha Avatara, Guna Avatara, Leela Avatara, Shakti Avesha Avatara, Manvantar Avatar, and Yuga Avatar. We can have like a whole session on that. I'll cover very quickly this one because this is important. So when Krishna says Krishna only comes once in a day of Brahma. When does Krishna come, Sanjay Vyas Prabhu? Can you give the exact information on that? Once in a day of Brahma, when?
Please bear with me, Prabhu. In the
midday of the Brahma.
This is a midday of Brahma.
In the 26th
7th Manvantar, 28th Chaturyuga. Yeah, so 7th Manvantar, which Srinivas Prabhu said, okay, mid you can say out of 14, 7th is sometime midday. 28th millennium, whatever Dwapar Yuga comes, in the 28th Chaturyuga, that's where our Krishna, the original personality of Krishna, Bhagwan, Swayam Bhagwan Krishna appears. And following that is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. And my Guru Maharaj added on that, he said, Prabhupada only comes once in a day of Brahma. That's amazing. That's amazing. We are living in an age where original Bhagwan Krishna came, original Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and our Prabhupada also came, which only happens once in a day of Brahma. How long is a day of Brahma? Amrit Prabhu, do you remember? I don't. I have to calculate. Some trillions of years, huh?
4,320,000,000
It
years.
can't be billion, Prabhu. Definitely it's trillion.
Trillion.
I think it's 120 or 123 trillion or something.
Is it
1,000 Chaturyuga.
He is clever. He's clever. He's given the right answer, but anyway, I wanted the number. Anyway, it's given. You can calculate. Yeah.
Is it 4,320,000 times 1,000? Because one Chaturyuga is
Yeah.
4
I'll
million.
do all the calculation when we reach to chapter 8. It's very easy actually, but I don't keep those figures in my mind. Anyway, in trillions of years, we have the opportunity to be able to see, at least here, the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, so live, given by Prabhupada, right? So we are extremely fortunate, extremely fortunate. Now, Krishna's after, except these 3 situations, you can say, except one situation in Krishna's case, every other situation, every other yuga, Krishna sends his avatar. So what are the 6 different types of avatars? Jiva Goswami explains that. So Purusha avatar. Anyone knows Purusha avatar? Very, very quickly. Nandini Mata, Purusha avatar. Okay. Someone else started saying?
Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshaya.
Okay, so Purush avatar. So Purush, there are 3 types of Purusha. Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, number 1.
Mahavishnu
Or another name of Mahavishnu?
Karanodakshaya.
Karanodakashaya Vishnu. Let's follow the same pattern. Yes, Prabhu, second one?
Garbhodakshaya.
Garbhodakashaya Vishnu. Third is?
Shirodakshaya.
They are called Purusha avatars. Besides that, there's no other Purusha. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. Now, someone else can say Guna avatar. Very easy question. Lakshmi Mata. You're the next one after Sanjay Vyas Prabhu on the screen. Guna avatar. If you don't know, that's okay. Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, let's try with others. Guna. What are the three different gunas? Anyone can say, Sushant Prabhu, what are the three different modes of material nature? Quickly.
Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun.
Passion,
I
ignorance,
thought, thank you. Passion, ignorance, and?
and goodness.
Thank you. So who is the incarnation of passion in this material world? Sushant Prabhu. Okay, Keshav Prabhu, we'll come to you. We'll ask you the toughest one. So Sushant Prabhu, Keshav Prabhu also, Brahmaji, who is the in charge of mode of ignorance? Sushant
Shiva,
Prabhu.
Lord Shiva.
And who is in charge of mode of goodness?
Vishnu or Krishna.
Now here we should see clearly they are the in charge of the mode, they are not affected by the mode. When we say Lord Shiva is in charge of mode of ignorance, it does not mean he is in mode of ignorance. No, he is in charge. He is in charge. It doesn't mean he gets impacted. Vishnu is in charge of mode of goodness. Does not mean Vishnu is always beyond these three modes. Brahmaji gets sometime impacted. Okay, Guna avatar is done. Leela avatar. Who can say Leela avatar? Keshav Prabhu. Leela avatar. Tell me a Leela avatar.
In the Leela avatar.
Okay, what's the definition first, and then the example later. Definition.
Who actually perform the activities?
Leela, pastime.
Yes.
Now, can we say, Giriraj Prabhu, I'm also Leela avatar. Can we say that? No, you can't. You're not doing any Leela.
No, Prabhu.
Mataji tells me you're doing Leela. No, I'm just kidding. Why not? What does this word Leela mean? That's what my original question is. We have to understand. I eat, Krishna also eat. I also go to bed. Krishna used to go to bed. Krishna used to go in jungle and play. I used to go and play. I still play. What does Leela mean? You're saying Leela avatar. Who can say?
Prabhuji, the person who like has all the 5 opulences in unlimited is
okay. So 6 opulences, Prabhu.
Sorry,
okay. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Okay.
Because
Leela.
if I do, for example, if I play, I get tired. Krishna doesn't get tired because Krishna has
And
unlimited.
why do we play? Good example, Prabhu. Why do we play? We are hankering for some happiness. Cricket, volleyball, whatever, right? So because we are hankering through cricket or through movie or through eating something, going to some places, because we don't have it, we are incomplete. Krishna is complete. Krishna is not forced to do something. Lord Ram is not forced to do something. We are forced to do things. That's why we cannot perform Leela. We only perform action, and that's why we get reaction. But Krishna or Ram, they're all Purushottam Bhagavan, they perform Leela. Leela is out of their own will, they perform something. We don't. Do we go to work to perform a Leela? Anyone goes to work to perform Leela? I don't. I'm forced to get up in the morning and get ready for it, pack my lunch, wear some particular clothes, catch a metro, run for it, go to work, attend meeting. Aditya Prabhu, you go to work to perform Leela. When we come home to be perform Leela, Sushant Prabhu, we have to wash our dishes, wash our clothes, wash the floor. We don't perform any Leela. We are forced to act in this material world, based on the modes of material nature. Krishna does that. That's why it's called Leela Avatar. He plays not because he's incomplete. He plays, he wishes to play. He wants to reciprocate. Okay, Sanjay Vyaspu, you want to add something?
No, Prabhuji, a quick question. Is it also that Leela Avatar is to carry out a very specific purpose? Like, for example, Matsya Avatar or Vaman Dev or
One avatar does multiple things, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
One avatar does. So he can do Leela as well, he can do Shakti Avesh as well, he can do Yuga Dharma as well. But the point is, word specific Leela mean which that incarnation performs out of his own wish. He's not forced to do something. That's Leela. That's why Ram Leela we call it. Krishna Leela we call it. Krishna is not forced to do anything. Krishna is not forced to go to Kansa and kill in his akhada. This is called Leela. So that's the word meaning. So Leela avatar. So Krishna has many incarnations where he performs the Leela. Just Leela. Out of his own sweet will he is performing those pastimes. That's why the word Prabhupada uses pastimes. We don't have pastime. We have past time. Our time is past. Now the hair is gone from the head. Keshav Prabhu also is smiling. We have passed the time. But Krishna is past time. We are still reading pastimes of Krishna in Krishna book. Every day we read Krishna book, for example. Shakti Avesh Avatar. Very quickly, I don't want to spend too much time on this particular line. What is Shakti Avesh Avatar? Krishna. Yeah, someone saying? Please say. Parashuram Shakti Avesh. Thank you, Mataji. Many examples. Prathu Maharaj is also Shakti Avesh Avatar. The point is, I'm just defining it. Krishna empowers a particular jiva to perform a particular action. Prathu Maharaj is called Bhupalana Shakti. Four Kumaras is Jnana Shakti. Narad is Bhakti Shakti. Parashuram is Dushta Daman Shakti. So Krishna empowers a jiva to perform a particular action. It says Parashuram is also a jiva. Prathu Maharaj is a jiva, but he's been given, and Prabhupada is also known as Shakti Avesh Avatar. It says Nityanand Prabhu gave Shakti to Srila Prabhupada. To do what he could do. Otherwise, it's impossible for a normal jiva to do what Prabhupada could achieve within that 10-11 years. Shakti Avesh Avatar. Manvantar Avatar, when the Manvantar is changing, and we have example of Hari who came and saved Gajendra. So 8th canto starts with Manvantar. Because till 8th canto, if I'm not wrong, only two Manus or three Manus were covered, and then it goes for actually only one Manu. Swambhu Manu was presented, and after that, different Manus are presented. So when in one Manu is like 71.35 yugas. We'll talk about it in chapter 8. And Yuga Avatar. Yuga Avatar is Satyuga. There's a Yuga Avatar of Satyuga, Yuga Avatar of Dwapar Yuga. Now, in this particular case, you can say Dwapar Yuga. Krishna is also a Yuga Avatar, and this Yuga Avatar comes and reestablishes the dharma of that Yuga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu establishing the Sankirtan Yajna, for example. This is called Yuga Avatar. It comes to establish the Yuga Dharma. For Satyuga, what was the Yuga Dharma? What's the shloka? Sanjay Vyas.
Meditation.
Sanjay Vyas Prabhu shloka. Kriteya dhyayate Vishnu. Kriteya dhyayate Vishnu. So Krita Yug Satyuga dhyayate. Dhyan. Meditation. Dhyayate Vishnu. Tretayam yajate makhaiha. So makhai refers to yajna. So Lord Ram performed yajna. Dwapare paricharyam. So in Dwapar Yuga, paricharya, deity worship was the main one. And kalau tad hari kirtana. So in Kali Yuga, tad, that same benefit can be achieved by hari kirtan. So we are all supposed to do our Yuga Dharma hari kirtan. This is what Prabhupada is emphasizing again and again. Okay, let's go ahead to verse 9. Now, one thing just remembering on my mind. So 4.7 and 4.8, which you just read. Let's put it on the screen. Everyone knows those two verses. So Ida Ida Dharmas Paritrana Sadhunam, by the mercy of B.R. Chopra, we all learned that. But these are the two most quoted successive verses from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. There's no other verse you will hear as often from Indians, at least, as these two verses. But let's look at verse 9. So let's read it, and I'll explain the glories of this verse, and then we'll go inside the verse. Extremely important verse. Okay, who wants to read? Who hasn't read today? Please, Mataji, please.
Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tatpataha bhaktva deham punarjanma naiti mam eti sarjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna.
Thank you. So let's go to 4.8 first. Now it's saying 3 reasons of my appearance, and I come sambhavami yuge yuge. I come to establish all that, right? Now in 4.9 he's saying janma karma cha me divyam. But my janma and my karma, if you remember, bahu nime veti nani janmani tavcha Arjuna. This was the answer of Arjuna's question in 4.4. Janma karma, but my janma, coming from that verse, and karma. Karma is defined in these. This is what divya. This is transcendental. Now, the word divya has multiple meanings. Anyone knows multiple meanings of divya? Adbhut. In Hindi, sometimes they call it wonderful. We call it divya. So, in English, we call it celestial, terrestrial, and spiritual. So, celestial refers to something wonderful, you see. You will call it divya. Celestial. They're also like Indraloka, Janaloka, Taploka. They're all called celestial lokas. When Hiranyakashipu was doing tapasya, it says he did 100 celestial years of tapasya, which roughly equivalent to 36,000 terrestrial years or earthly years. So 36,000 years terrestrial years he did tapasya, or 100 celestial years. So anything in the loka and all those upper planetary systems, you can say, is called also divya. And third divya is known as spiritual. So Krishna in this particular verse is talking about spiritual divya, not celestial divya. We call it out of earth, we call it divya. Not necessarily, not necessarily. So divya here refers to the spiritual divya. So his janma and his karma. Janma, what does janma mean? Krishna is ajanma, he is aja. Ajopisan avayatma bhutanam ishwaropisan. So he's aja. Now he's saying janma. Aditya Prabhu, how do we understand? In 4.6, he says, I am Aja. Here he's saying Janma. And he also says earlier 4.4, Bahuni me Vyatinani Janmani Tavcharjuna. So he's using Janma, Janma, and then he's saying Aja. Is it confusing?
Prabhu, does this Janma refer to when he's taken his avatar? Like, is that the distinction between this
Yes.
Janma and that Janma?
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. So it's called appearance. Krishna appears and we take Janma, isn't it? When we take Janma in a hospital or somewhere in a house, we appear due to our reactions. We are forced to appear, you can say, forced to take birth due to our reactions, previous reactions, whatever good, bad is there. But Krishna chooses. So his Janma is not our Janma. It says, when Krishna appeared from Mother Devaki, for example, he resided in the Garbha, in the womb of Mother Devaki. He resided there. How long did he reside? There's a question on that. From 2.5 months to 4 months. That's the Acharya's explanation. Anyway, but the point is, Krishna did reside in the womb of Mother Devaki. And Bhagavatam says when Mother Devaki was carrying Krishna, she was so effulgent, she was so happy. Although for past 8 years she has never been happy, but now she was happy. Who will be happy in a jail? Jail of Kansa, the worst place to be in. But Mother Devaki was very, very happy. Why? Because she was carrying the source of happiness. Krishna is the source of all happiness. And whoever carries the source of that happiness, he'll be happy. And whoever carries that source of happiness on their tongue, Rajesh Prabhu, will we be happy? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If you carry the Krishna's name on your tongue, you'll be happy. If you carry Krishna in your heart, you'll be happy. If you carry Krishna in any shape and form, you'll be happy. But if you don't carry Krishna, Kesha Prabhu, today is Dukha, tomorrow is more Dukha. That's what Prabhuji said. Tonight, tomorrow is also a night. Anyway, so Krishna's Janma is the appearance of Janma. Prabhupada writes appearance here, not Janma. He's not taking birth. There's when Maharaj gave a class, and the topic of the class was Ajanma ka Janma. Ajanma, who is Aja, who never takes birth, ka Janma. That is Janmashtami. So he was giving a lecture on Janmashtami. He said, Ajanma ka Janma. So although he is Ajanma, he does not take birth, but he appears. One who understands his Janma as well as Karma. Now here Karma word is also important. Krishna did so many activities which looks like we also did it in childhood. So in your childhood, Rajesh Prabhu, did you run? Yes. Did you eat? Did you sleep? Did you steal? Sorry. Yes. He's a very honest person. So all these things we also read about Krishna. Krishna going different houses, he's sleeping, Mother Yashoda is putting him to bed, Mother Yashoda bathing him, Mother Yashoda feeding him, he's fighting with Mother Yashoda, Mother Yashoda is getting angry. Your mother used to get angry on you, Prabhu? Sometimes. You're such a nice child, Rajesh Prabhu, but sometimes. Mothers will get angry on their children. Absolutely. My mother used to get angry so many times. So all these leelas, we think Amrit Prabhu, it's like our leela. So what's the difference? What's our Namam Ishwaram Satchidananda Rupam. So our acharyas explained this person whose leela we are going to read, Namam Ishwaram, he is Ishwara. So Krishna's karma cannot be called as normal karma because Krishna is not doing because we were hungry and we ate food. We were incomplete, that's why we stole a laddu or something from fridge or whatever. Huh? But Krishna is not hungry. When Krishna is stealing butter, how do you understand that, Ayush Prabhu? Krishna is stealing butter. He said Krishna is a butter thief. How do we understand that? Is he a thief? Krishna is a thief?
Krishna, Krishna's just doing his pastimes, actually stealing the heart of his devotees.
More on that, Prabhuji. Yeah, that's right. That's one point. More on that. That's one point.
Like it is Krishna's desire to have more intimate pastimes with his devotees. So just to invoke that love, that rasa from his devotees, he steals butter from their houses so that that natural love comes out in that mood.
Okay. Anyone else? Krishna Vallabha Mataji? I
love
need more points. So that point is completely valid. I need more points. Why Krishna is not a thief, if we have to sort of answer that question. Krishna Vallabha Mata.
Prabhu, he is not a thief because he has everything.
He has everything. Okay. If you can just improve on your one word, that's the answer.
So
He
everything belongs to him, Prabhu.
Everything belongs to him. So if I have, 30 rupees in my each pocket, I have say 5 pockets. I take 10 rupees from my one pocket, put in my another pocket. Is it called stealing? It's my money. I put the money in the pocket I like, huh? I take $10, $20 from my upper pocket and put in my pant pocket. That's not stealing. So if Krishna is the owner of everything belongs to him. So he takes from one gopi's house and another gopi's house. You can't call him stealing because he is the supreme owner of every single thing. And as Aish Prabhu said, that's a secondary reason. He want to bring more love in the hearts of his devotees. So his karma, whether is so-called positive or so-called negative karma, they're all divya. They're all divya. They're all transcendental karma. So when we hear about, say, Putana's pastime, or Dhenukasur pastime, or Kansa killing pastime, or Lord Ram meeting with Shabri, we get closer to Krishna or we go away from Krishna when we hear these pastimes. So Krishna not only closer to Krishna, because Krishna not only benefits, as Aishpur was saying, the devotees who are present in front of his eyes, also the devotees who are going to come in future. And that's why Lord Ram comes and Krishna comes and they establishes so many pastimes so that we can read Sharvanti, Gayanti, Grananti. Kunti Maharaj says three. Sharvanti we hear, Grananti, Gungunana, and Gayanti, and we speak about Krishna. So if Krishna does not create those topics, what we're going to hear, what we're going to speak, what we're going to remember in our head. So Krishna comes and does all that. Does all that. It's beneficial for the devotees there, for gopis there, for gopas there, for Nanda Maharaj there, and for aspiring devotees like us in future, so that we can hear. Just by hearing those pastimes or listening those pastimes, we become purified and become closer to Krishna. That's why his janma and karma are divyam. Keshav, I'll come back to you in a second. Evam yo veti tattvataha. So how we are supposed to know? Now we can know anything from two perspectives. One perspective is we have the information. I know Krishna was born 5,327 years, 16 days ago. Huh? I can say that. Huh? Krishna was 3 years, 10 months, 52 seconds old when he moved to Gopul, something like that. There's an information basis. And one is devotional basis. Which is more important, information or devotion? Everyone must answer. Devotion is more important. That's why many devotees may not have the correct information, but they have appropriate devotion. And they can go back to Godhead? Absolutely. So you don't have to pass your, sorry to say, Bhakti Shastri exam to be eligible to go back to Godhead, although it's recommended you do that. That's what we are trying to do. Again, but the purpose is not to pass this exam. Purpose is to come closer to Krishna, to remove our anarthas. We become better devotees. So that's the purpose. So information should lead to devotion. If that information is taken in that sense, it's very, very nice. That information, but this information leads to pride. I know so many verses. How many you know, Prabhu? Only 500? I know 5,000. If this leads to that sort of mentality, then actually it's anti-devotional. Krishna will laugh at us. That's not needed. So, evam yaveti tattata. Tattata refers to as it should be known, which means again devotionally. We should come closer to Krishna by reading about Krishna, by listening about Krishna. So, janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tatte. Veti means to know. Tattata means as it should be. Sometimes information is needed and we grab it. We are reading information. We are trying to cram some verses in our head. Very, very nice. But tattvata should lead to our heart should come closer to Krishna. Tyaktva. And if you do that, the first is the fact and second is the result. Tyaktva deham. Everyone will leave the deha one day or other. Punarjanma na. So if you leave your deha in a state where you have understood Krishna correctly by appropriately listening, by coming in the bona fide sampradaya, by following whatever Krishna has told us to follow, punarjanmana, punarjan will not happen. Just by knowing about Krishna correctly. No, and you will not go and merge into Brahman. Krishna would have stopped the verse here, punarjanmana. No, it does not say that. He says, Mam iti. This is very, very important. Many times they say you'll go and merge. But he's saying, no, you'll not just na punarjanma. So many times Mayavadi stop at na punarjanma. Moksha mil gaya. But Krishna is saying, no, that's not the stopping point. That's a transitory state. But eventually, Mam iti. You will come back to me. You will attain me. Now here attain me does not mean to merge into me, but Krishna, Prabhupada writes, but attains my eternal abode. You go back to Krishna Loka. And that's expanded in chapter 8 by Krishna himself. Tad bhasyate suryo na shankuna pavakaha yad gatva na nivartante tad dham paramam mama. That's my dham. And Krishna has repeated that in 15th chapter as well. So Krishna is saying punarjanma na. What is the key for that? You have to understand Krishna Tattvataha. What you have to understand? Janma and karma. His activities are transcendental and very famous cobbler in Brahman's pastime. I'll not go in detail there, but everyone knows when Narad Muni said to the cobbler that Krishna was threading an elephant from the eye of a needle. And what does Brahmana said? Do you think I'm stupid? And what does cobbler said? Really? And Narad Muni said, do you believe me? And he said, of course I believe you. Now, cobbler have so much faith in the words of Narad Muni. He said, of course I believe. And Narad Muni says, how do you believe me? Now, Narad Muni is trying to confuse the cobbler. And cobbler is so intelligent, he said, I'll show you. He was sitting under a bargat tree. And he said, see, look at this bargat tree. It's so big, there's a small phall. In the small phall, there's a little beach. In that beach, if you sow in the soil appropriately, another burger tree will come. In another burger tree, millions of fruits will be there. And in each fruit, there's a burger tree there. And he proved to Narad Muni what he said is true. Krishna can do anything because Krishna is Krishna. So if you understand Krishna from this perspective of cobbler, Krishna can do anything, including delivering all of us. Many times we have, not enough faith in this process or in our eligibility. Many times we have faith in the process, but not in our eligibility. But Krishna can do anything, including delivering us. So have faith in Krishna. Do not ever lose this faith. Krishna is extremely kind. Prabhupada is extremely kind. If we just follow the instruction at the best, whatever we can in our situation, Krishna will open up many, many different paths for us. So, Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yovetita. So, if you know those pastimes which Krishna performed, Lord Ram performed, and other manifestations of Krishna performed, as it is, as it should be known, Tyaktva Deham, when you leave your body, Punarjanma na vidyate. So, you will never come back, and not only you will get merged, you will Mam iti. Hey Arjun, my dear Arjun, you'll come back to me, you'll come back to my abode. Okay, I'll stop here. It's 9:02. Keshav Prabhu, you had a hand earlier. If you have a quick question.
That's okay. I mean, actually, I was just going to the chore, whether he's a chore or not. But anyway, chore is a great thing because he's a aneka janmarjita papa choram. Even
Purushottam is coming. Yes, that's also very nice. We want him to steal because it's too much. We can't deal with it. At least I can't deal with my pups. So Krishna should come and steal. But why would he come and steal? We're inviting. Ayush Prabhuji, if you wanted to add something.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I just had a question about the 4.1 where he says Imam Vivasvate Yoga.
Yes,
so in the different manus like Swayambhuva Manu, Sarochisa Manu, in those manus also does he come and give the Bhagavad Gita or is it only specifically for Vivasvata Manu?
So you're saying in each yuga he comes and gives that is
like there are different manus, right?
Yeah.
So before this, there was one manu like that.
Yeah.
So, like for example, Swayambhava Manu, does he come in his time also and give the Bhagavad Gita to him, or is it only particularly Vivasvata Manu?
I have not heard that. We only hear about this, so I can't say. So I have not heard personally that he comes for every manu. So I can't say that, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he does, but yeah, I've not heard that he comes for every Manu. But in this particular case, he is giving an example.
Yeah. And Prabhu, you also mentioning the fourth reason that Kunti Maharani says why Krishna comes was to have great dealings with the devotees. But when we see incarnations like Buddha or Kalki, it's mainly to do with
Yeah.
Vinashaya cha Duskritam.
Yeah.
So in not in all incarnation does he doesn't necessarily come in all incarnations for devotional or
Yeah.
is there some do?
Yeah, very, very valid point, Prabhu. But our acharyas actually analyze that particular point. So in a small individual scales, if you see, yes, he does not come for that purpose. Like for Buddha's example you gave, he came for a different purpose. He actually rejected the Vedas. But you say if you see the overall picture, if you see from Buddha to Shankaracharya to Ramanujacharya to Madhavacharya, if you see the series till Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, within 1000 years, the overall picture was your heart should become devotional. So Buddha is also acting in the same purpose. So from that perspective, Buddha is also actually taking you towards that purpose. So if you take Buddha individually, yes, no. But if you see Buddha in the whole series of different incarnations, Buddha is also helping you to come closer to God actually. Shankaracharya is also helping you. Ramanujacharya also helping you. So step by step, our acharyas are coming and doing that. So from a holistic perspective, you see, Krishna is doing the same purpose here as well. If that makes sense.
Yes, bro. Just one quick one, last one. Since childhood in India, we hear that Pashuram was one of the Dash avatar of Vishnu, but then Shakti Avesh avatar means more of a Jiva who's empowered.
Yes.
And also there are many incarnations which are not meant, like Dattatreya, and there are like many other incarnations. So what does how do we understand this? Because usually whenever we see Pashuram, we associate him with, oh, this is Vishnu's incarnation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do we see that? Like not all of Vishnu incarnations are necessarily Shakti Avesh avatar. Some of them are Swayam Bhagwan, like Krishna came, or I mean Krishna is not an incarnation, but there are many
Except
incarnations.
Krishna, everything is incarnation. That's for sure. So
Yeah.
except Krishna. So Krishna is Swayam Bhagwan. That's why it's called Avatari.
Yeah.
Also known as Avatar. We can prove that. Anyway, how do we see Parashuram? Is that your question, Prabhu?
Yes, bro.
Yeah. So Parashuram is so much empowered. It is considered as Avatar. But if you go in detail, Jiva Goswami explains, actually he's a Shakti Avesh Avatar. So when we call it Dashavatar, we are saying Avatar, which is also correct, right? But which type of avatar out of these six? This is Shakti Avesh Avatar.
Is it fair to call Prabhupada as a Shakti Avesh avatar?
Yes. Yes, Prabhu. I heard in lectures, he is a Shakti Avesh Avatar. Nityanand Prabhu has given him empowerment for preaching. I think I mentioned that while I was talking. Prabhupada is a Shakti Avesh Avatar as well. Yeah. But we don't have to go out of our way to prove that. Like in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, we have certain values and certain understanding. So if you go out of the value, then people will start, questioning.
And also, why are the other incarnations not mentioned? Like we usually mention the primary 10, but there's also Prishni Garbha, or
So
there is
the answer,
Dattatreya.
so answer is given in Bhagavatam 1.3. The chapter name is Incarnations of Krishna, the different incarnations of Krishna. So if you see the third chapter in first canto, there's a chapter name, and 1.3.27 it says Avatar Asankhya hai. Avatar are like the waves in the ocean. They are Asankhya avatar. But in Bhagavatam, that section, it's given 24 avatars. So in Dasha avatar is very famous. Bhagavatam, you see third chapter explains about 24 avatar, but 27th verse says there are asankhya avatar. There are infinite number of avatars. And avatar does not just happen in human. Avatar happen in every single species. And we know, say one Matsya avatar. It says in every single different species there is avatar of Krishna. So avatars are happening everywhere all the time. We cannot count. So Dasha avatar or 24 avatars which we are talking here are only the primary ones which are being explained. We can't even write the names, what to speak of writing their leelas. So it's not possible. So the real number is Prabhu is infinite. It's given in Bhagavatam 1 to 27. And that's why 1 3:28 they say, Ete chanskara punsha Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. Out of all these, Krishna is Swayam Bhagwan. He is the origin of all these avatars. Is that okay?
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Our books cannot describe. It says, just one last point, Hari Anant, Hari Katha Ananta. So Hari Anant, when you talk about Hari Anant, Sheshanag is trying to describe the glories of incarnations of Lord from time immemorial, and he hasn't completed as yet. He's still glorifying, and he is not repeating. He's not repeating. He's not like, okay, he spoke about Varahadev 3 days ago, today also he's speaking. He is speaking about different incarnations of Krishna from time immemorial, and he's still not covered every avatar as yet. So this is how many avatars. Because Krishna is constantly appearing in one shape or other.
Why do we take the 24 as the primary ones, Prabhu? Like, is there any specific?
It's given in Bhagavatam. Out of those Asankhya, which we read as a human, I'm talking out of 18,000 verses of Bhagavatam, 24 are given. A list of 22 is also given. It's all in Bhagavatam, 1.3. You can read all that. All the names are given. And that's where, just to clarify, this is not everything. There are more. So it says Avatar Asankhya. Like lehre aati hain samudra mein, like the waves come in ocean, those many incarnations come. You cannot count the waves in the ocean. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. I hope there's no more questions. If you have questions, please write it down, and yeah, we can definitely cover next week. So